Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Tutorials. And today I am going to be starting a brand new build. So the past few episodes I have been building these houses right over here for the villagers, and they're now finished. So if I go inside here, I can quickly show you what they look like. I got a nice little kitchen area here where the villagers can get food. We got a nice TV. Upstairs, we've got the bedrooms. So we've got one room here with a job item and a bed, so they can work up in the bedroom. We got another one here. We got a different job item. Same bed, I think. Yeah, they're both the same bed. I probably should have got like different colored beds. But that's the upstairs area. They've even got their own little backyard here where they can sit and relax. They've got a pool that they can swim in. So these are some pretty nice houses. We just have to get some villagers to move in. There was the wandering trader who really wanted to live in this house, but then he left. I don't know where he went. I think he must have left town because I don't know where the wandering trader went. But that's fine. Hopefully we'll get some villagers in there later. But today I am going to be starting a brand new build. So because it's the month of October, I want to try and build like a spooky themed like build. So I built this pumpkin here in the past where I kind of made this little pumpkin. And so today I want to make a new type of spooky build, which is going to be somewhere close to the village. I don't know where I'm going to put it just yet, but it's going to be a corn maze. And I want to kind of like have a little corn maze that opens up maybe like once a year during like October, where the villagers can come and go around the maze and see if they can make it to the end. I want to put like some kind of like reward at the end, so if they make it, they get something. So now let's get started with the corn maze. I'm thinking about getting rid of this. I don't even know if this works anymore. Does this work? No, that might even be the wrong lever. There's two of them. Okay, none of them. Okay, well, it actually kind of works. I don't know what that lever does. Yeah, I don't think this door works anymore. It used to, but it looks like the bottom one's kind of broken. So I think I'm going to get rid of this because it's kind of in the way, and I want to put the corn maze right in this section. I can always rebuild this later on, so we're going to get rid of this entire door. The idea for this was to build like a wall around the entire village and then have this be like the entrance. I don't know if that's going to happen anymore because the village is growing. It's very large now. Like, it's turning into kind of like a city. We got a bunch of buildings over there. And that's kind of what I want to turn this into, is I want to build like a bunch of different buildings. So if you have an idea for a possible build that you would like to see me make, post them in the comments. And maybe your idea will get picked for a possible video. So I've just finished kind of like filling in this entire area here. So this is now ready for building the corn maze. And then maybe I'll move this door somewhere else later on. But we've got this whole section here for the corn maze. So the first thing that I want to do for the build, which is kind of like the first thing I do with all of my builds, is map out where this is going to be. So the way I'm going to build this, I'm going to have like a little entrance area, probably right about here. I think it should be like a good spot. I think that should be big enough for kind of like an area where you can enter the maze. So I want to connect up to this path. So I might need to move this over or move the path like out this way. It's probably easier to get a shovel to move the whole path over, but I can just like grab the blocks and move it this way. So this path will go into the entrance area, and we'll have maybe like a little area where you can buy tickets to get in. We could also have like food. I could even put like a little like shop area where we have like a bunch of little shops along here where they sell food. And then over here is going to be like the actual entrance to the maze. And that's going to go probably all the way over here to where this is at. This can technically move. So I could... This is also supposed to be underground. So I could probably build this out even further. So like maybe over here. And then I just have to move this all underground. There is this over here, which this I don't even know if that works. It was a test for something. But I'm going to have the maze go all the way along here to maybe about here, I think should be good. This is a pretty big maze. So now if I go all the way along to, I think here. Nope, one more block. This is going to be the end of it. So this entire area right here is going to be the maze. So first thing I need to do is get this track out of the way, because it seems to always be in the way when I build over here. So I'm going to move it. Alright, so I've gotten rid of the track, so there's now plenty of room to build the maze. So the first thing I'm going to do is I got to figure out what kind of block I'm going to use for this. Now, I was thinking about using like wheat. I don't know, we got some wheat over here. This would be kind of like the best item to use for like the corn maze. The problem with the wheat is that it's only 1 block high. So if I were to put wheat along this entire thing, you could just jump over it, or you could walk through it, so it doesn't actually block you. So the next best thing to the wheat is these hay bales. So this is what I'm going to build the entire maze out of, because these ones, I could build them 2 blocks high, and you can't walk through them, you can't jump over them like that. So this is going to be the block I'm going to use. Now, the one thing about the hay bales is they are kind of expensive. So if you are building this in survival, I would recommend using leaf blocks is another good choice, because the leaf blocks are a lot cheaper to get than the hay bales. Now, the thing about the hay bales, you can place them 2 different ways. You can place them on their side like this, or you can place them facing up. I think for this entire build, I'm going to build them all facing up like this. And you also can't see through these. If you use leaf blocks, they're kind of see-through. So it kind of helps you see where kind of like some of the other parts of the maze are. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go around with the hay bales here, connecting up all of the torches. And then after I get that done, I can actually start building the actual maze. So I'm going to go and build the walls up real quick, and I'll see you when that is done. Okay, so I have built the entire maze here. As you can see, it goes all the way around the box. I have a little test area over here that I built, because one of the things I was thinking about doing was possibly making this 3 blocks high. And the reason for that is if I come up to a wall here, I can actually like jump over and kind of see the rest of the maze. If I were to build this 3 blocks high, I can't jump over and see like the entire maze. So I'm thinking about possibly raising up all of like the walls on the inside 3 blocks high. I'll leave the outside walls 2 blocks high, because if you come up to these and jump, all you're seeing is the outside, so it doesn't really matter. But all of the inside walls, like this one right here, I'm going to build them 3 blocks high so you can't jump over and see the rest of the maze. So that's going to be one of the things I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to leave this section here. It could be a good area. This is like a little dead end. This one could actually connect up to the front so that I could actually have like 2 different ways to go. So I could have it go straight, or you can go to the right here. And I think the best way to kind of start this out is just build 1 layer like this of blocks. And then when I get the entire maze figured out, then I'll add like the 3 blocks on top, or the 2 extra blocks on top to make the full 3 block wall. But this is just going to be a way of seeing where the maze is going to go. And I want to build the end first. So the end area, I could put it here in the middle, but I think it might also be a cool idea to use like this entire space and then have the end like over here. So I'm going to build the exit point right here. This is going to be the exit of the maze. And I might as well build this up a little bit like that, so that we've got a little doorway that you can walk through. I could even make this 1 block higher, like this. That way it's a little bit higher of an entrance. And then over here, I'll build, I guess I could do this out of hay blocks as well. But I could do a small little room where I'm going to put the reward. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the reward just yet. I was thinking about possibly doing emeralds, since the villagers love emeralds. I could do that, but I could also add other things in. So if you guys have any suggestions for possible rewards, post them in the comments and I'll pick one of those for a possible like reward to have for completing this maze. So I'll have maybe like a chest right here with stuff in it, or I put like blocks of emeralds around here. But that's going to be towards the end. But that's going to be the end area. So the goal is to try and get here. And I'm also going to build this up 4 blocks high so that it actually matches the doorway. Alright, so I've built this up 4 blocks high so that way it matches the doorway and you can't see inside. I could put a roof on it, but I think this should be fine. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to start building some of the areas that you can go. So over here, I could have like maybe an entrance, or I could actually put this as a dead end. So I want to leave 2 blocks of space. I think it's going to be a good like walking area. So that way you've got plenty of space to walk. And I could actually put a doorway right here so that you can come this way, go in here, and this will lead to like a dead end over there. And then I could also build like another spot that opens up right here and you can go that way. So I'm going to build kind of like a little maze here that goes in a bunch of different directions. And I need to make sure I use all of the space, because right over here, this could be used as like open space. So I want to make sure I have access to it somewhere. So I'm going to leave access here, but I'm not going to have it go from this one into there. I'm going to have this be like a really long path that goes like right next to the exit. So this is going to be the exit area. And it's going to go probably right here. Because this, I want access from this side. I want it to come in from over here to get to the exit. So I want to have a path going all the way along here that'll lead to that area over there. And then we're going to have this also be a dead end. So the only way to get into the exit is going to have to be from going like from over here is going to be how you get to the exit. So I'm going to go ahead and build this over to about the middle area. So this is going to be the exit path. I've also made like a little area over here where there's kind of like a big open room. I could also use these areas of like hiding secrets in the maze. So I want to try and add maybe like 3 secret areas throughout the maze. And if you find those, it gives you more stuff, possibly. But this is a pretty good start to the maze. I think this is going to look really cool when it's done. But this is the start to the brand new kind of like corn maze I'm going to build for the village. And I think it's going to look really nice when it's finished. I'm excited to see if I can actually get the villagers to go through the maze. I think they might if I put like something they want over at the other side. They might follow the whole maze. But we'll have to find out what happens at the end of the build. So I'm going to go and end the episode here. So make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.